All right, what's happening, ladies and gents? Joe Malone, Lethal Lifestyle Podcast, founder of Lethal U and JM Training. So today we're going to be looking over a video from a SWAT team over here in Illinois, actually, where it's my home state. I have no idea where Ogle is, which I think this is where, Ogle County. I have no idea where that's at. But this is some body cam footage of a SWAT entry that went wrong, and there's a lot of really important lessons to learn from this. What we'll do is we'll watch the video and I'll talk a little bit as the video goes on, and then of course I'll include the link to the uninterrupted video, which so many people seem to enjoy to be able to watch all the way through, myself included. So you'll have that, and let's go ahead and break down what's going on here when it comes to tactical entry, medical treatment, and so forth. So here you have LCC, last cover and concealment. You want to get as close to the objective as possible without actually being seen.
Fire extinguisher.
We drop the fire extinguisher in case something goes on fire or door breach. Now this here is dangerous. You're in front of the doorway, channelized everybody, and you have that garage door there. I would have kicked that dog door out of the way and offset to the side for some cover. Now here they stop and they pause. You need to get in there. Who cares? Follow that flashbang. You're standing in the middle of the fatal funnel. You do not want to be in the middle of the fatal funnel like that.
Shots fired! Shots fired! Shots fired!
And now they've got all these guys running around.
Hands hit! Justin, I got you.
You cover me.
Justin, I got you. Go get him.
You shouldn't say, I got you, you go get him. You should say, cover me, I'm going to go get him.
My left arm! See him! Back!
His left arm is what's wounded. That's what he's trying to say. Good job on him having the gun in his hand.
Jesus, he's inside.
Get out of there, though. You're in the middle of the kill zone still. Big open area. So they got one officer, two officers shot. And that guy went in. That guy did not stop in the fatal funnel. He went in, he rode the flashbang in.
We're going in?
And it appears that he took the threat down.
I need another one. TC!
Now what they should be doing is setting up a perimeter security, keeping guns pointed towards the house. I mean, you don't need three people treating this guy. All you need is one. He got shot in the nose. It looks like it sucks. So you definitely want to do a scan around him, see where else he's shot. But they should have security behind them. This guy with the body cam shouldn't even be involved in this. They should be holding down security. And they should be talking about making entry into the house.
Yeah.
With maxillofacial trauma, you do not want to put him on his back like that.
I can breathe.
Yeah, you can breathe now, but that blood is going to quickly start building up and coagulating.
Who's down?
The bad guy.
Getting thick because it's trying to scab.
I need to go on my side.
Exactly.
Okay, on the side. Come towards me.
Somebody should take positive control of his gun. It's just laying
The only
there.
thing I haven't checked is his
All right,
right
Jay, I'm
side.
doing a check on you, all right?
Yeah,
I'm taking
you
your
don't
vest
have
off.
to yell anymore. You need to be holding
If
security.
you can help, that's great. I got you, Jay. Just
Sounds like we got one in custody.
So one's dead, one's in custody. What is it?
doing a
Because the
check,
only
Jay.
cop that made entry just
Check
came
for
running
blood,
out as if he
hand.
was shot and wounded.
Danny, can you check my hands right after I do this? You see anything?
Nope. I'm sorry, Dave. I gotta cut it off a little bit. Do you have pain anywhere
That's not
else
a good
inside your
thing.
face? You're good.
Get under his clothes.
cover your mouth.
Scrape. You want to hit a hole. You want him to be hurting so you notice it. Going like this.
Who else is down?
Tad got, but he got up and walked, so. Yep.
You're supposed to keep talking about positive stuff. You shouldn't be letting him ask those questions.
I'm good.
Now, what's going on? Who's inside?
Coming in the house. Blue coming in the house.
Need a medic!
You're inside?
Yes, medic!
Medic inside!
So there's a lot of stuff going on in that video there. Let's go ahead and just dive back on this. So last cover and concealment. This makes sense because you don't want to just be in a big open area like the driveway, walking up to a house, ready to get shot at out in that danger zone, big open area. What you want to do is you want to get as close to that objective as you possibly can, utilizing cover and concealment. Trees, in this case, and these shrubs were a totally appropriate idea. Now, the formation, the ranger file, going up to the house, dropping the fire extinguisher, cool, I get that. Telling people where it's at, cool, I get that. But when they come up to this house, you're in the fatal funnel. Just because the door's closed does not mean it's not a fatal funnel. So this right here, this whole area, and the garage door's right there. What if this guy was in the garage and just opened up fire on him? So what I would definitely recommend is you never stand in front of these doorways if you can avoid it. Here, they could have easily just hopped over this rail, hopped on that thing, hopped over the rail, and then posted up offset to the door, opened this thing up, and then just friggin' smashed and tried getting in through it that way. These guys probably wouldn't have actually been shot because, as you'll see here, they're all standing in a straight line.
Fire extinguisher.
No guns are up pointed towards the door. That's a huge no. Like, this guy right here should definitely have his gun aimed like at this window area here, obviously aware of his partners, and then the guy with the body cam should be holding down on those garage doors. Posting up like this is a huge no.
Step it up.
So, gun should already be out. Like, I don't understand why his gun wasn't already out. Maybe I don't understand the police tactics side of all this stuff. I would also think that they would have their rifles. I don't know if this guy does not have a rifle or something. Why he's going in a house with a pistol, I don't understand. Now, when this door breaks down, there is no, like, the fact that this guy lollygags himself out of the way, no, he needs to be moving hard out of the way so that the other guys can make entry and clear the corners and that fatal funnel as soon as possible. And what you get here is this guy lollygags out the way, huge mistake. And then because a flashbang was thrown, the guy wearing the body camera tells him, hold up. No, it is go time. There is no holding up. Once that door is open, you are flooding it. If you're not pieing it off and fighting from the door, then you need to be flooding it. And in this case, you're not pieing anything off because you're literally just standing there like a doofus waiting to get shot. So, you know, it's easy for me to say, you know, because I don't have the limited amount of training that these cops have. They do a million other things. Like, this isn't their everyday task and duty. This is a pretty rare occurrence that SWAT teams actually have to go in like this. Even if they go in somewhat often, the level of training that they get isn't as high quality as the special operations community. So I'm not saying anything bad against them. It's just bad tactics overall.
Wait.
Like the wait, and then he grabs him. No, that's a huge
Bang out.
And so I don't understand how when somebody went in, because I saw the first guy, the battering ram dude, go that way. I saw that guy come back, and I'm pretty sure he was the guy on the ground who gets shot. Maybe it was the guy behind this dude or something that went in. I don't know.
Shots fired! Shots fired! Shots fired! Shots fired! That's it!
So this guy's laying out there. Obviously, we want to do something to go get him. He's not in the worst position right now because the guy's going to have to come out the door to shoot him or come out like this front window area to shoot him. So I would actually recommend to this guy just to hold tight and tell the other dude, hey, I'm going to go get him, cover down on the door for me. And as long as that other dude off to his left is holding his gun towards the door, I mean, you really don't have too much to worry about. Instead, what he does is he says, I got you, you go get him, which quite honestly, it sounds pretty lazy to me. It's the importance of having great physical endurance and training so that you're remaining cool, calm, and collected under pressure. I wouldn't tell somebody, I'm covering, you go get him, when you're both right there in that same position. I would speak in the affirmative of, I've got him, cover me. Especially because this dude is a few feet, I think, closer than the other guy was in terms of like an angle to go approach and get him. I think that's just pure laziness.
Hands hit! Justin, I got you! Justin!
Now, the other thing is, if this guy was shot in his left arm, I don't know if he was only shot in his left arm, or I don't know if he's in shock, but I would just get up. If I had a bullet in my left arm and I can get up and walk, I'm just going to get up.
I got you, go get him! Get him!
See, I got you, go get him, and then you're running in there with him like that. I don't know if that's a police tactic or not. It doesn't really make much sense to me because now you have three dudes once again in a small confined area. I mean, you're in the open, but you're all standing there together. There's no dispersion. It'd be very easy to start shooting all three of you pretty quickly before somebody probably shot me upon exiting that building. And what you're going to see is nobody's even holding security on that door, which is what's really concerning.
Got him! Here, pull! It's my arm!
Now, I'm all for pulling them, but they only pull them like 5 feet.
Back! Get up! Help me! Jesus, he's inside?
And so when he says, Jesus, is he inside, that makes me think that a cop went in there and neutralized the threat. But you see this guy also has his gun all the way down here and he's looking around the corner. Have that thing out, post up on the corner of that building and be ready to engage the threat if the threat comes out. I don't understand why he's like sitting there like this. You know, he's going to have to like turn and do all this stuff, which means that if this guy would have hopped out that door and started shooting at those three dudes, pulling the wounded guy, he would have got some shots off before this dude was able to possibly neutralize that threat. Now, this cop comes running out, which is why I'm kind of like, okay, cool, that's pretty gangster. Apparently he went in there and neutralized the threat, but he also comes running out like he's going straight to the ambulance, like he's wounded. Cool, man, I get that. You just went in there, solo CQB'd it, took out a criminal, and you got shot. I'd be running my ass to the ambulance too, quite honestly. You know, I guess to nitpick, he could give them a more detailed after action, but honestly, I mean, these guys should be doing better at just holding down security at this point anyways, to where this guy should just go be able to get treatment. Now, casualty collection point, good job pulling the wounded dude over here off the side of the garage. It looks like there's no line of sight, so this is a pretty good spot to host for a casualty collection point. I might recommend just going back an extra 15 feet beyond the tree line though, because if the dude left the back door and comes around this corner here, that could be potentially devastating, because now you have everybody sitting there trying to provide medical treatment, and then the dude comes up behind him, which was something that, you know, I've got sad stories about.
Down. Get down. Down. Get down.
Now you're sitting there saying like, is he down? But what are you doing? Like, you guys are just standing there. Nobody's guns are up. Like, what is going on? And they're like right in the fatal funnel again, almost just standing there.
Are we going in?
Confusion sets in. Are we going in? Are we not going in? You need to make the call to go in and secure this freaking scene. I'm not even a cop, and I know that. You know, but at the same time, if he came running out and saying, hey, you know, the threat is down, okay, cool. At a minimum, let's just set up security, treat the wounded, and then we'll attempt to make entry in again. You know, it's a hit or miss on this one, because if you do that and he's still alive, gives him the opportunity to reestablish a defense. And if you go in now, there's still a lot of confusion, but you could at least capitalize on that surprise, that speed, and that violence of action in order to actually ensure that he is down. Because if he's been wounded and he's down, he's going to be all dazed, confused, possibly panicked. And so this might be the better time to go in and try to take care of him. However, 3 cops shot. That's like a mass casualty incident, so you might not want to be contributing any further to that. But the fact that one guy just came running out, was like, yeah, he's down. I'm gonna probably try to make entry again with this dude and really secure this objective and make sure that we're just done. But now, like, they're just standing there. That's just.
I need another one. TC.
So this guy's shot.
Got it.
First of all, you don't use your own medical kit. She says, I need another one. I don't know what that means. This guy doesn't have any treatment on him yet. I don't think she's treated anybody else yet. And I do stand corrected. I say go beyond the tree line, but there really is no tree line there. There's a fence, so I do stand corrected on that. But when it comes to so he got shot in the nose. Now, can't see because they blur it out, but I'm assuming that the bullet went by and probably took his nose off, big chunk of his face. That sucks. It's a horrible way to get shot. But you're not going to apply a pressure dressing to a guy's face like that. You know, you're kind of just left with what you are at that point. Maxillofacial injuries are very difficult to treat because you don't want to compromise the airway, which is what they do when they put this guy on his back. So when you have all that blood coming out, even my blood is and again, no security. This is just very disappointing, because this is not what's needed here. This is not a life-threatening injury. It looks bad, but this guy's not going to die. He actually can get up and walk his ass over to the ambulance, quite frankly. And then you got 3 more guns in this fight. As opposed to just everybody providing basic medical treatment for a bleed.
I need to check your left side. I want you to go to your back. Okay?
Is this okay or no? I don't know.
Now, if you're just going to check him really quick, I get that, but take his vest off.
He's not going to be able to. If you can't breathe, Jay, go to your side.
I can breathe.
Again, get him to an
Stay there for
ambulance.
me, please.
There's no reason to keep him.
Who's down?
The bad guy.
Thank you.
And they should be talking to
right there
him,
for me.
asking him
I need to
questions,
go on
not
my
allowing
side.
his mind
Okay,
to
on
wander
the
and
side.
ask who's down.
Come towards me. Come towards me. Okay. The only thing I haven't checked is his
All right,
right
Jay, I'm
side.
doing a check on you, all right?
Okay.
I'm taking your vest off. If you can help, that's great.
Yeah,
I
he
got
could
you,
help
Jay.
by
Just-
getting
Sounds like we
up
got
and
one in
going to the
custody.
I'm doing a check, Jay. Check for blood. Hang on.
So this blood sweep really bothers me because, one, you don't need to take your gloves off. I understand what he's doing. He wants to be able to see any sort of blood or residual, but he just does this superficial check. That's a training-ism. You could tell that's not good training. You should be actually scraping, and you could scrape then with your gloves on, really get into that motherfucker and dig. I don't care if I hit a bullet hole and hurt the guy. I want to have him get hurt if I hit something, because it is very, very difficult for something like this to go unknown. And if he just got shot in the face, that means that obviously there's a possibility he was shot in the upper torso, life-threatening injury. That could slowly creep up. And so we want to make sure that, you know, we find any sort of holes in that person or injuries with absolute certainty. You don't want to be overlooking something like that. But again, I would just get this guy to the ambulance already.
Danny, can you check my hands right after I do this?
Nope.
You see anything?
Nope. I'm sorry, Dave. I gotta cover your mouth a little bit. Do you have pain anywhere else besides your face? You're good.
No.
I had to cover your mouth.
Ambulance. Another ambulance for us at addiction. Jam on myself and water check the rest of the house.
Who else is down?
Tad got, but he got up and walked, so.
Yep, we're nice.
I checked him real good. Yep.
You good, John? I'm good.
And now they're still walking around. I don't know if any cops have gone in and secured this.
Coming in the house. Blue, coming in the house.
Need a medic?
You're inside?
Yes, medic.
Medic inside.
So you're inside? Like, did he not know anybody was even inside? Because that's pretty crazy to me if that's the case. So a lot of lessons to be learned from this video. If you're with the Ogle County SWAT team, I'd be more than happy to have a conversation with you guys, talk about maybe some things you could do to adjust your training based off of my experiences as a combat deployed Special Operations Marine. And just keep these things in mind, ladies and gents. Doorways are not to be messed with. Fatal funnels, choke points, they're very dangerous. You always want to offset, and you don't always need to provide medical treatment. Just because the wound looks bad doesn't mean that it is bad. A nose shot, these cops did a lot more harm than they did good in treating him. I would have just run his ass back to the ambulance, keep the guns in the fight. Remember, the best medicine when you're in a battlefield condition like that one is more bullets towards the enemy. That's always going to be the number one medicine. And then life-threatening bleeds. And then if there's no life-threatening bleeds and you have the ability to walk back to the casualty collection point, which is the ambulance, then I highly recommend you do that. So let me know your questions, your thoughts. Take care. Have a great day. If you want more information like this, join the Lethality University. Got newsletters, this video, a lot of other ones in more detail go in there. And so, yeah, check it out. You get self-defense coverage and insurance now for only $48 a month, which is actually cheaper than what the USCCA provides it at the same tier and same level, which is crazy because the USCCA is my partner in this. So if you want USCCA elite level coverage, like the $2.5 million of attorney fees and $250,000 of criminal court cases and all that stuff, $25,000 of stolen guns. So if your guns are stolen, you get reimbursed up to 25 grand, ladies and gents. That's crazy. So if you want that, join the Lethality University, because you get all the stuff that comes with USCCA elite level membership, plus access to the Lethal U platform, the networking group and events, and some discounted prices, some raffles, other things, some great treats. So check it out, the Lethality University, JoeMaloneTraining.com, where you can learn how to take a stand against violence, where we train the right people with the right equipment at the right time, the right thing, so that you all can keep your family safe against crime. All right, take care.